Hi everyone, just going to pull up the welcome screen real quick here. We'll get started in just a little bit. We're just going to wait and see if anyone joins. And I'm going to put the Spotify playlist I will be using for the class in the chat. Okay, hi everyone. I'm just gonna get you guys angled. Perfect. I'm actually gonna move y'all over a little bit. Wait. Okay. And okay, perfect. Beautiful. Okay. Share video, sound, and believe it is recording, so we're good to go. Hi, my name is Sarah. This is Pilates Sculpt. It's 45 minutes long. Pilates Sculpt is focused on lengthening and toning your muscles. And what you will need for this class is a yoga mat or basically any flat surface. When I'm at home, I personally just lay down on a carpet in my room. I'm going to be using two weights, low mass. So these are 3-pound weights. You can use water bottles. You don't have to use weights. Whatever you have at home is fine. Pilates you can usually use no equipment with, which is the really cool thing about it. The Spotify that I will be listening to during this class, if you want to listen with me, is if you're watching this on YouTube, in the description below. And if you are watching this on Zoom, it is in the chat. So let's get started. I'm going to count y'all in the music so we can be on the same cue. So 3, 2, 1, start the music. Okay, so we're going to start on our backs. We're going to place one hand on our chest and one hand on our stomach. If you feel comfortable, slowly let your eyes be closed. And we're going to center our breathing. We're going to take a deep inhale, filling up our lungs, holding at the top and exhaling. During this exercise, a lot of times, I like to think about what I want to be inhaling and then letting go of. So let's inhale peace and joy. And as we exhale, let's let go of all of the anger and anxiety. Focusing just on ourselves in the moment right now. Setting an intention for the beginning of class. The reason for being here. Let's take another deep breath together. Feeling our chest rise and fall as we exhale. When you're ready, slowly let your eyes come open, extending your hands above your head and your legs out long. We're going to take a good morning stretch here. Waking up our muscles, getting ready for the workout at hand. And when you're ready, vertebrae by vertebrae, we're slowly going to curl up, taking note of this position here, where you're in a C. Your lower back should be pressing into the mat, coming up into the seated position, and then coming over, getting a nice stretch before returning to that straight back position and slowly coming back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Taking note right here again, lower back, press into the mat before you roll back down. Doing this slowly and with control at your own pace. This is the Pilates Roll-Up. We're just warming up our core here with this move. If you find your legs starting to come up as you're rolling up, you can walk yourself up and then stretch. Do whatever you need to today. There's no judgment. We are all just getting stronger here together as a class. And if I did not say this in the beginning, please take water breaks as needed. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can always pause me when you're getting water. Listen to your body. Let's take 8 more here together. 8. And 7. And 6. And 5. I don't know when you're watching or at what time, but today there's a giant snowstorm on campus. 4, I believe. Yeah, 4. 3 more. It's just a little chilly. It's taking a little bit more time for my muscles to warm up than normal, which is totally normal during the winter. Let's do 1 more, coming down and back up. Beautiful, everyone. We're gonna roll back down for 1 more warm-up exercise. We're getting into our normal routine. So you're gonna make sure you're on the mat. You're gonna put your legs into Pilates stance. So your knees are gonna be above your hips. Shins are gonna be parallel to the mat. You're gonna lift your head, your neck, and your shoulders up off the ground, extending your arms out parallel to the mat. You're gonna start pumping up and down. This is called the Pilates 100, and it's also warming up your core. You need to make sure that your lower back is once again pressed into the mat when you are doing this move. And just keep an easy gaze in between your knees. Your arms should be strong and energized during this move. We're pumping those arms with intention. And if you're feeling a challenge today, go ahead and straighten your legs for me, or as straight as you can get them, and bring them down to a 45-degree angle. You can go down further, you can keep them up here, or you can keep them down here, as long as you are challenging yourself. And we're gonna hold this for 8, and 7, 6. I'm right here with y'all, 5, and 4. Wonderful job, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing those knees to the chest, head down, rocking side to side. We're going to move into our plank series. So when you're ready, come and meet me up into a plank position. I'm going to tuck in my shirt here. Whoop. Usually I wear a tighter shirt for Pilates just because of when I'm in this position, I hate the extra clothing. Okay, so you're going to have your shoulders over your wrists, and you're going to start, just stay here. I'm just going to use this positioning. If this is not for you, come down onto your knees. Just make sure, as you see, from my head to my knees is a straight thing. We're not drooping, we're not arching. We need to make sure to stay strong, controlling that core, not dropping the head, everything in line. And start rocking forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards. I'm gonna grab a sip of water, my voice gets dry. Just keep rocking forwards and backwards, making sure your core is staying engaged and you are in a straight line from the tip of your head to your legs. You guys got this. Let's do 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and on this last one, coming up into downward dog, walking our dog out. So bending one knee at a time, pushing back, stretching our hamstrings. I like to take note of how I feel here, how my muscles feel. And at the end of class, we will return to a downward dog position. And I will ask you once again to take note of how you feel. Coming back into plank position, we're gonna go into shoulder taps. So it's keeping your body in alignment. You're gonna take your left hand, tapping your right shoulder, right hand to left shoulder. Just going back and forth here. Trying not to rock your hips too much.
We're over by the back side of the cardio machine. Okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes.
And 8 more here. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Coming up into downward dog. Now for this next move, we're going to alternate between plank to downward dog, taking our left hand to our right ankle, returning to that plank position, shoulders over wrist, back and downward dog, right hand to the left ankle, returning back to that plank position, and just alternating. If you can't reach your ankle today, that is totally fine. Reach back as far as you can. If you can only touch your knee, if you're just reaching in the air, just make sure you are challenging yourself today, listening to your body. This class is all about finding your strength and finding your power. Life gives you so many opportunities to be humbled, but in my class, we are finding our power and strength. If you're listening to the playlist, I Want to Know is playing by Dee Miller. And I just recently refound this song, and it is so good. Let's do 8 more here. 8 and 7. Just gonna retuck in my shirt. 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1 more right here, guys. Coming back and coming down. We're gonna move into our side planks, attacking those obliques. So you can take this one of 2 ways. So you can either take this on your forearm, which is how I usually do it. So in this case, your elbow is gonna be over top of that shoulder, Or you can take it how we were doing it before, with our wrists underneath that shoulder. I'm gonna take it on my forearm. Either way is really fine, it's a preference. Now with the feet, you can do a couple things. You can either stack them like I like to do. We're gonna lift up, your feet are gonna be stacked on top of each other. You can kind of make a tripod situation where they're crossed for a little more stability. You can go on your knee. Just making sure you're lifting and your hips are facing me during this and everything is still aligned. And all we're gonna do is hold this. Just keeping track here of the time. Beautiful. Staying strong, remembering to breathe. The snow is really coming down outside. There's these beautiful windows behind the computer, and you can just see the snow. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down, switching sides. Taking whatever way you did that side on this way. And lifting up with me. Halfway there. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming down. We're now done with our plank series. All right, let's take a quick drink of water together, and then we're gonna move into our core section. Beautiful. We're actually not moving on to our core section. That was a mistake. Moving on to our glute section. So you're going to take the tips of your middle finger and touch the heel of your foot. Whoop. Knees are going to be in line with your hips. So you're going to be that distance apart. You're going to lift up into a bridge position, engaging that core, squeezing your glutes at the top, coming back down, up, squeeze, down, up, squeeze. And just keep going. This is only my 3rd time teaching since being back from break, so I'm still a bit rusty. So sorry for messing up the order there. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to pulse at the top. Pulse, 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 pulse. Beautiful. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to stay lifted. We're going to take our right leg. Bend it, bring it up towards the ceiling, straight if you can. Keeping those hips in line with each other, not letting one side drop or the other. We're going to go down and up, squeezing our glutes at the top here. And as always, a slight bend in the knee, always fine. If this is too much for you, always just go back to those normal pulses. Not normal pulses, just the normal bridges. If this is challenging for you to know, it's challenging for me too, and I'm here with you, working beside you, getting stronger. You have more strength in you than you know, or at least that's what my mom says. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and when we're staying lifted, we're swooping that right leg down in line with the mat and back up. down, and up. Beautiful job, everyone. Let's do 8 more here. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're turning that right leg down and bring that left leg up. Repeating on this side. Again, making sure not to drop the hips and to keep that core engaged. So classes are now getting rolling. We're on our second full week. I'm taking a very interesting class right now. It's my literature course. I forgot to take it last year. So I need to take a full year of grading because I'm pre-med. And it's based on witches. Let's do 8 more here. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You'll do next. Drop that leg down and up. And I thought it would just be a lot about reading and writing about Salem. But every Friday we have like a crafts day. And last Friday we made kind of medicinal potions as they would use in the 1600s. Let's do 8 more here. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Returning that left leg to where it goes. Keeping this, we're gonna walk our leg away from our body, resting our weight on the heels of our feet, bringing ourselves down, up and squeezing, down, up and squeezing. This is really attacking our hamstring in this position. Okay, last Friday we were making the medicinal potion. So we made a sleeping potion, which in the 1600s, families would have kept them on their nightstands to like smell at night. And it was so interesting. At first I thought it would be kind of very odd to do. And yeah, it was a little odd for my literature core and us to be making like potions. But it was actually so cathartic doing something with my hands in that nature. It's almost how I use working out as a stress relief and self-care. It was just very nice to wake up and do something with my hands like that. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, you know, it comes next, pulse up at the top here. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1, returning back down. We're gonna move on to our side leg series. So we're gonna rotate onto our left side, supporting our head either on our hand like this, or you can lay down, whichever is more comfortable for you. I tend to just support my head on my hand. We're gonna take our legs, see how mine are in line with my body. We're gonna scoot them up, shooting at the corner of my mat. We're gonna flex that top foot. Hips are facing me the entire time. We're not gonna rock back and forth. I like to take my opposite hand and place it in front of me for some stability. You can do whatever works for you. This hand doesn't really matter that much in this move. We're gonna lift and lower that top leg. But I have noticed this semester, it's been a bit harder to go from break to right back in the swing of having homework and having to plan out meetings and everything again. Just remember to be kind to yourself in this transition process. I like triple booked the other day. I had volunteering, run into a class, run into a coffee date I had with a friend. I think I'm getting more of a handle of it the second week, but we'll see. Let's do 8 and 7 and 6, keeping that core engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're pulsing up to the top here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 lower. We're gonna take this top foot, we're gonna cross it in front of us. You can either rest like this, is what I like to do, or you can grab your ankle and rest it in front of you like this. I have a friend that prefers this, and this is more comfortable for her. This tends to be more comfortable for me, so whatever works. Take that bottom foot, toes down, heels up. Yes, toes down, heel up. This is very awkward, but it attacks that inner thigh right here. We're gonna lift and lower. Again, keeping that core engaged, hips facing me. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pulsing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching sides here. Again, setting up that same positioning we did on the other side, flexing that top foot, lifting and lowering. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, come on, 3 more, 2, and pulsing up at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Moving that top foot in front, toes down, heels up, lifting and lowering. I cannot wait for when we can start going back to concerts again, listening to the music. I love how freeing concerts are. And I just can't wait to get back to dancing and screaming at the top of my lungs with my friends. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, pulsing at the top here, 4, 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, relaxing, rolling onto our backs for a quick glute stretch. We're gonna take our right ankle, place it on top of our left knee, reaching our hand behind that left knee, pulling in, pushing back that right knee away from our body. So I decided over break, I've been thinking about this for a while, but I decided over break that I want to run a half marathon. I just want to do it. I used to be a runner in high school, and I want to get back into it. I run a few miles here and there, but I want to run a half marathon. I want to accomplish that goal. So I bought a new pair of running shoes that came in today, and I'm so excited to start training. It's a little bit difficult because it's snowing. Let's switch legs. So left knee, right, left ankle, right knee, hands behind right knee, pulling in, pushing that left knee away from us. It's a little difficult with the snow and ice outside right now. And gym spots are filling up so very quickly, so many days in advance, but I'm gonna start doing it. I'm so excited. My shoes are pink. I feel like if you're gonna be running a lot of miles and it's gonna be difficult, why not make your shoes a fun color at least? And releasing that, we're gonna go into our core series. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our legs into that beginning position that we had during the Pilates 100, so knees atop of our hips. Shins parallel to the mat, forgot what they were called. Lifting our head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. We're gonna bring our right knee in and our left leg out. And we're just gonna switch, making sure that lower back is pressed into the mat. If this is not for you and you feel your lower back start to like arch, bring your leg up just a bit higher and just stay here with me. Just do this. If your leg can't get fully straight, that's totally fine. You're gonna have a slight bend in it. We're all just working to improve. I learned during my Pilates certification, right, that the right way to hold your leg when you do this, and yes, apparently there is a right way, and you're going to take your outside hand on your ankle, your inside hand on your knee when you do this. So it's right hand to right ankle, left hand to left ankle, which I think is so interesting. It apparently helps keep your body in line more, because if you do it the opposite way, sometimes you tend to pull like your right leg over your left side. An interesting fun fact. Keeping your head, neck, and shoulders lifted, remembering to breathe. And we're going to do this for 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And we're going to straighten our legs out here. We're going to do the same exact movement here. Keeping our legs like they're on railroad tracks. You don't want them out to the side, all wobbly. Nice straight line. Going at your own pace. You need a slight bend while doing this, that's fine. And if you need to keep it up a little bit higher, also fine. Just keep switching those legs back and forth. I've been forgetting to drink water recently. I go to teach these classes, and I start talking and my throat gets so dry because I hadn't drinking water all day, and it's like 2 p.m. So sorry for the multiple water breaks. But please, feel free to take water breaks with me. Your body needs water even in the middle of this workout, especially in the middle of the workout. And 8, and 7, and 6, and 5. You guys are so amazing. 4, 3, and 2, and last one here. Bringing our knees to our chest, rocking back and forth. We're now going to move on to our upper abs. We're going to straighten those legs up towards the ceiling. If you can, straight with slight bend, always fine. Curling up, touching our ankles, coming back down, up and down. And 8, 5, 3, 2, 1, knees to chest, rocking. Moving on to our lower abs. So for this class, we're gonna take our hands to a diamond shape, switch that under our tailbone. This just aids us in keeping our lower back pressed in the mat during this move. Your lower back needs to be pressed into the mat for pretty much every move in Pilates. It helps protect your lower back in general. So we're going to straighten our legs if you can. We're going to lift, lower our right leg down to the ground, and then our left leg. And our right, and then our left. Keeping our lower back pressed into the mat, going into alternate leg drops. I do not think that is the technical name for them. Leg drops. That's what we're doing. But I'm kind of blanking on what the actual name is. After this, I will Google it. And next week, I'll show it up. I've also been getting back into like alternative music. Arctic Monkeys I've been listening to a lot recently. They've been super good. They have a very powerful vibe, but like mysterious. Oh, if you're wondering why I brought up the Arctic Monkeys, if you're listening to the playlist right now, they're playing currently. And 8, and 7, and 6. 5 more here. 4, 3, and 2, and last one. Bring your knees into our chest, rocking back and forth. We're going to move on to our hip dips. Come onto our side. We're going to lift ourselves up on our forearms, so that means shoulder on top of our elbow, resting our weight on our knees. We're going to lift up and tap our hip down, lifting up, tapping our hip down. We're going to picture that there is a string going through both of our hips into the ceiling, and there's some puppeteer up there lifting the string and then relaxing it, lifting the string and relaxing it. Sometimes I slip during this. There you go. And 8 more here. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. This is our last move before we move into our last section of the class, which is arms and back. So again, shoulder above elbow, resting our weight on our knees, hip facing me, lifting and lowering that hip. So this weekend is Valentine's Day, which, fun fact, is my 3rd favorite holiday. The ranking in my head, the holidays that I celebrate, goes Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day. I used to have Valentine's Day above Christmas in my head, but a couple of my friends were very confused by that. Not even in a relationship right now, but you don't really need to be in a relationship to celebrate Valentine's Day. It's just a day of love. Platonic, familial, all the types of love. And I just think that's so beautiful that we picked a day as human to celebrate just love, which is why it's one of my favorite holidays. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering ourselves back down. We're going to come onto our stomachs. We're our arm and back section. We're going to place our hands by our chest. Tuck our elbows into our rib cage. We're going to push through the heel of our palm into a half cobra. We're not coming up this high. We're going to go halfway and back down. Halfway, back down. This is going to work your lower back and your triceps. So really make sure to press everything into your side. Chest is going to be proud and lifted. Shoulders are going to be lowered away from your ears. We're not scrunching up. And 8 more here. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one coming down. Bringing your arms into goal post position. Legs are going to be hip distance apart. We're going to lift everything up and off the ground, squeezing your shoulder blades down and coming back down. Up and lower. Up and lower. Every time I do this move, I think of the ride Superman at Six Flags. If anyone has been on, you do the whole ride. It's like a roller coaster, but on your stomach. Kind of a cool ride if you're into roller coasters. And let's do 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down. We're going to come our weights here. You're gonna meet me in just an easy seat, whatever's comfortable for you. I usually like to cross my legs like this, but whatever's comfortable. You can even honestly do these moves standing if you prefer. Whatever you want to do. That's totally up to you. Just make sure your chest is going to be proud. Your shoulders are going to be dropped. You're going to have a long, elongated spine from your head to your tailbone. You're going to be engaging your core. You're going to take your weights, water bottles, whatever. Grip is going to be loose but controlled, so you're not gripping with all your might onto the weights. Just a nice loose grip, but still keeping control of the weights so they don't fly everywhere. Elbows are going to be tucked into your side. And we're going to just go into some, I called them last week serving the tray, which I thought was funny. So you're going to pull it, you're going to, why can I not talk right now? Wow. We're going to extend our arms out in front of us, keeping our elbows in line, coming back in, out, back in. This is going to be focusing on your biceps, chesting, crowd. I think I saw it called somewhere serving the tray because it kind of looks like you're handing someone a lunch tray from like middle school. I think some colleges have trays for the food. We don't. I guess especially during COVID, we wouldn't, because I guess everyone would be, touching the same tray. And 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go into some shoulder presses. We're just going to do a quick set of 16. So you're going to have your elbows down, elbows down and relaxed. Your weights are going to be kind of by your ears. We're going to push up and down. 15 and 14, 13, relaxing your shoulders. 12, 11, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing those weights off to the side. Congratulations, you have made it to the cool down of your workout. Let's start by just stretching our arms out since we just finished with those. Take our left arm across our body, pushing down on our shoulder. The music by now should have switched to some Ed Sheeran, relaxing music. If you were here in the studio with me, I would be dimming the lights. At home, I usually shut off my bedroom lights at this point. Start refocusing your breathing, switching sides. We're gonna release that. Put our left arm up in between our shoulder blades, pulling on that left elbow, chest proud. And relax, hand switching. And relaxing. We're gonna go into a spinal twist. You're gonna take your left hand to your right knee, right hand behind you, looking towards the back wall, keeping your spine elongated. Taking a deep breath as a class, and as you inhale, stretching that spine up even further. And as you exhale, deepening that twist just a little bit more. And returning to center. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Deep inhale, elongating your spine. And exhale, deepening that twist. And returning to center. We're going to go into downward dog. Pushing back on our heels, maybe walking them out. And again, taking note of how your body feels, how your muscles feel compared to the beginning of class, and even how you feel mentally compared to the beginning of class. And know that any way that you feel right now is perfectly valid and okay. We're going to take our right leg, point it up towards the ceiling, bring our knee into our chest, and come down into a pigeon pose. You can lower down onto your forearms. You can even place your head on the mat. This is your time. Please do with it what you would like.
Yep, I actually got that last night. I'll recommend that.
We're going to come up, going back in a downward dog, but this time lifting our left leg up towards the ceiling, bringing your knee into our chest, and coming down onto pigeon on this side. Coming up onto our knees. We're going to do an ankle stretch. So you're going to have your feet untucked. We're going to lift up your left knee and lean back, stretching out that left ankle. This can get really tense from walking. Be gentle with this stretch. Relaxing and pulling up on that right knee. Coming up, we're going to tuck our toes underneath of us. Then just sit back. This should stretch out the arch of your foot. Oh my goodness, it can often become too intense. And so just come out of it and then return and meet me back into this position when you feel ready. This also becomes really tense just from daily life, walking around. And it's good to stretch this out every once in a while. And coming down. We're going to meet me in the position that we started class in. So we're going to sit down, feet into the earth, head on the mat, one hand on your heart, one hand on your stomach. Letting your eyes fall closed if comfortable. Feeling our chest rise and fall with our breath. And just recentering on ourselves. Taking note how every part of your body feels. How you feel mentally today, emotionally. Just taking personal stock. Recalling that intention you set at the beginning of class. Let's take a deep breath here, inhaling. And exhaling. At the end of every class, I like to take a moment of gratitude, and I invite you to do so as well. I like to thank myself for taking the 45 minutes for my own mental health. I like to thank my body for all that it was able to accomplish during this class. And I would like to thank all of you for joining me and getting stronger with me today. I am so proud of every single one of you. Slowly, when you're ready, let your eyes come open and meet me in a seated position. We're going to take one more breath as a class before ending. We're going to reach our hands up towards the sky as we inhale, stretching our spine, palms come together into heart center as we exhale. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Again, my name is Sarah Hankinson. I teach every Saturday in person on the mat courts at 1:30, and I teach here virtually Tuesdays at 2 p.m. or whenever you want to watch them on YouTube. Thank you again, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.